For our grand final night, we reconsider one of Australia's great modern dramas. In 1979, Paul Alister, Ross Dunn and Tim Anderson were convicted of the attempted bombing of Robert Cameron, the leader of a small, far right-wing political group. They were also convicted of the attempted murder of police. The question ever since is this: did they get fair trials? The reason for doubt, simply put, is this: the three convicted men were members of the Ananda religious sect, and that sect has in the public mind been associated with another crime altogether, the bombing of the Sydney Hilton Hotel during a Commonwealth Leaders Conference. In fact, some people will be surprised to hear that the Ananda three are not in jail for the Hilton bombing and that they've never been charged with it. Legally, there's no connection between the Hilton bombing and the charges laid against them. But their case has always been clouded by that earlier event.
10th anniversary of the explosion, the survivors are lobbying John Hewson for a joint state-federal royal commission.
And I ask God to bless their souls and to bless our endeavours to achieve justice in this matter.
Hilton bombing survivor Terry Griffiths offering his prayers to those killed in the 1978 blast as the Commonwealth heads of government gathered at the George Street Hotel.
It's a very sad day to believe that I stood on this spot and witnessed 3 people blown to pieces in front of me, and I saw parts of my body blown out as well.
For 15 years, the blast of the Hilton bombing has been echoing inside courtrooms, within the walls of jails and in the corridors of power. But still the authorities are no closer to finding out who is responsible for Australia's most sinister encounter with international terrorism.
I believe that there were members of our military, our security organisation and our state's police force who were responsible for the bombing.
He says the security organisations were motivated by a need to justify their existence at a time when their role was under close scrutiny. Adam Walters, 7 Nightly.
Well, I was in Adelaide at the time, and I remember hearing that there had been an explosion, and some were speculating that Ananda, the meditation social service group which I belonged to, was behind it. In fact, the next day, I organised a demonstration. I was on national television protesting at the allegation. Little did I know that 3 months later I'd be in jail and implicated in it.
Mr. Alister was tried and convicted over another attempted bombing, but was later pardoned and released after 7 years in jail. Many believed he was one of the Hilton bombers.
The inquiry was told the original Ananda trials have been hopelessly confused in the public's mind with the Hilton bombing, for which nobody has ever been charged.
I guess when I think about it, yes, I'm sort of in the middle of or part of a major political, legal event of Australian histories. We're called Australia's first terrorists, and for a long time that's how we were treated.